Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
They began the play with active defense, and they finished the play with active offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. It's a good possession all the way around.
Over to the left wing. Off target at the rim. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him what he told his team in regards to how to guard Paul George tonight. He told me Paul is a tremendous player. I told our guys that when he's attacking, we need to help one another out. It has to be a team effort defending him. So it sounds like he'll be sending plenty of defenders PG-13's way.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. First quarter, just over a minute played. Down low. And finished off by Hayes.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. The three-pointer off the mark. Just over a minute and a half in. Here's Ward. On the take. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And he gets the bucket.
And maybe a deep breath moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
Blocked! Pass to Balmaro. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Mirotic. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Powerful. He saw an opening and turned it into a highlight reel.
Man, just sent it down with some force.
And typically, he is not the major force in that regard, but good enough to punish a soft defense on that play.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
There's a screen. From outside, off the mark.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency. Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter here. Just 5 to shoot. Goes back up. No good there.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
Pass to Hayes. Hayes with a screen. Fires from deep. No luck on that one.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
First personal foul, first team foul.
1:16 left now in the first quarter. Pass to Balmaro.
They're amped up on D, contesting everything.
No good on the triple.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And stolen by Hayes. Fires the three. No good. That's his third miss out of 5 attempts. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Balmaro. No made baskets yet. Four on the clock. A shot to stop the run, and that one's good. Mirotic.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Up 10. Don't go away. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Soft touch off the glass.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Here's Herrera. There's the three. Drains the triple. Herrera's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
And that one's good for Brooks.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Brooks defending. And the layup falls.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Yep, that one's good.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
They set the screen. Here's Herrera. Six to shoot. With the drive, banked it in off the glass.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Brooks defending. And the shot goes.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
There's the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brooks has got 6 in the quarter.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Brooks defending. Pass to Herrera. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Brooks outside. Connects from downtown.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Brooks defending. Pass to Herrera. Clock at 6. Wide open. And it falls all over the rim and in. He has 6.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
A minute 22 left in the first half of this game. Out left to the wing. Here's McCormick. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. On Sunday and then on Wednesday,
One way you could look at this difficult stretch against some of the best in the league, it's a tremendous chance to prove to the league just how good your team is. It could provide a huge statement.
Pass to Herrera. Launches it. That one's off. He's 2 for 3 in the game. To the inside. He can't hit that time. And there's the screen. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Down low. And they're on the break.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim, that's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Brooks outside. They set the pick. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Up by 16. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everybody.
I'm guessing my buddy over here loving it. They were forcing the ball into the paint with excellent results.
And moving on, let's take a peek. Thanks as always.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
And they've been pretty meticulous offensively. That's only their second turnover of the game.
He's defended by Hayes. Mirotic. No good from outside.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Missed inside.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
There's a screen. Takes a 3. And it's Mirotic with the rebound. Pass to Balmaro. This one for 3. It's deflected. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. From behind the arc.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Three-pointer, no good.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Oh, there's the alley. And finished off by Hayes.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's a bad miscue, but I think they've done a really good job keeping control of the ball throughout the game.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Pass to Mirotic. Shot clock at 5. And he gets that one. He has 6.
Now, he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
The shot comes out.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
That one falls.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
No good with the triple. To the left wing. To the left side wing. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Beyond the arc. And it's Mirotic with the rebound.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Here's Balmaro. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Balmaro's got his first 2 points.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
And he drives in. The steal. On the clock. From the arc. Here's Mirotic. Tries again. And Ward pulls it down. Ward's got 4 rebounds now. And there's the lob. Cuts off the pass. And here they come. Seven seconds left in the third quarter. Ball stolen. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Up 7. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Well, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Picked it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Turned over.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
And the visitors call time here.
And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that break I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. He told his players, we are right there guys, this game is ours. Continue to work hard and we will win this game.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Pass to McCormick.
Oh, man.
Oh! And that one is hammered home.
Oh, I I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. And they pick up 2. McCormick's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Fires the 3. Brooks with the rebound. To the middle. Pass to McCormick. Out to the right wing. Bullseye!
Here in the second half, you see they've gone to the long ball to try to keep up.
Three-pointer. McCormick with a rebound. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
The first one falls.
7. 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer.
C drives to the hoop. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
Taking 2 shots. The people will review. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Right wing. Here's Herrera. Hits the trifecta.
He kicks it out, takes advantage of the open space. That'll leave a defense scrambling.
Brooks outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. It's tipped. To the wing on the left. Inside. Pass to McCormick. Out left to the wing. Shoots. The jumper from the wing off target. And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
There's a screen. Fires for 3. Six on the shot clock. Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize. From deep three-point land. Herrera, no good.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
In transition, here they come. Jacks up a 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there.
Brooks from outside. Drills it from deep.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
12 seconds left in the game. And so the home crowd treated to a win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got James down out there with Korkmaz, and it's Papagiannis in at the center position. And a wide open look for James. Buries the long-range jumper.
3.
Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Here's Kalathis, and it comes off the front of the rim. Low. Off target from outside. Here's Korkmaz. Pass to Kalathis. And just about a minute into the first quarter. That one misses. Puts up a deep three. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. To the middle. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Latrey gets it to go from beyond the arc.
and they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's James. Lets it go with a three. He can't hit that time. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. From outside, off the mark. From outside the arc. That shot is off.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
So they take the lead.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's Korkmaz. Good, and the assist goes to James.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Here's Ward. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Brown. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. And you take a look at this home team. They're playing really well, moving up now to the top spot in our rankings.
When you look at this visiting team, they've shown their capabilities, but it's been in flashes. If they want to move up this list, it may take greater focus, greater commitment. Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
And both free throws, good for James. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Low, James covering. Has to Ward. Lets the three fly. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Brown outside. Hayes with the steal. And here's the fast break. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
That one drops for him.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Now here's Hayes. The rebound by James. On the wing, Brown. In the corner, it's Kalathis. Pass to Papagiannis. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. And that one drops. And the basket is good.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Outside, James. From the arc. The shot comes out. James has gone 1 of 4 so far. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Low. Buries the long-range jumper. James, the pass to Papagiannis. There's the triple. Can't hit that one. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. They lead by 4. And the second quarter about to get... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game. And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
We've got Diallo, and it's Moniunas in its center.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Hits the shot with nobody near him. He's got 8.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Wide open look. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Shot good by Diallo.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now here's Hayes. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
On Saturday, then on Thursday.
Shooting for the away team. Number 32. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
Pass to Herrera. Jacks up a 3. Unis grabs the miss. Here's a Kobo. There's the 3. He can't get that one. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Herrera. Ripped away. And they're running. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. For 3. Doesn't go for him. No good. That would have tied it. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Astro Kobo inside. Diallo. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Diallo's got 5 now.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
A 3 ball. No good.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Here's Corniche. Picked off in midair. He's all alone. Stolen. Now Diallo. He's got 5.
Home team foul. Oatara. First personal foul. Second team foul.
3 from the inbound. Does not score with that shot. It's his second miss against 2 made shots.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
At the line for 2. Oatara.
He hits both from the stripe.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical. Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Lots of room. He squares up and sinks it.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And it's all evened up. Diallo's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And good that time.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
They set the screen. Fires from deep. And that one's good by Herrera.
And assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
There's a screen by Modiunis. And it's a Kobo missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
It's a close game here in Brooklyn. And the three off target. Into the lane. It's deflected. Up top, Modiunis. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Leading by just one. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in?
Even teams that have great shooters have to be selective. They're hucking it up from beyond the arc, hoping for the best. And it reminds me of my free throws.
And that is it for halftime.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Down low. That one doesn't drop. Good D by James. Brown out there with Korkmaz. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5. This passes to Korkmaz for the lead. No good. Shot missing. Here's Ward. James covering. Pass to Hayes. Lays it up off the glass. Hayes has got 5.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Papagiannis. Sinks that one from the post. Papagiannis has got his second basket of the game. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Pass to Hayes. Low. No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's James. He has 5. Brown sets a screen for James. For the lead, it's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Away team ball.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Here's Kalathis. Nothing on the board. Offensive rebound. Papagiannis. 2 points. That one goes.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Here's James. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Here's Kalathis. Pass to Brown. James outside. Here's Papagiannis. Covered by Hayes. Scooped up. Here's Korkmaz. Here's Kalathis. The kick out to Brown. Over Ward. Here's James. Pass to Kalathis. They shoot again. Here's Papagiannis. Kicks it out to James. Here's the three. And they recover it. Launches a three. Rebounded by Ward.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Pass to Hayes to stop the drought, and it's good on the way in. Hayes has got 4 points this quarter. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Here's Ward. He's covered by Brown.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him. So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
Pass to Hayes. To the paint. Fires it up. That one, no good.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
James outside. Good on the triple. James has got 8.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Low. James covering. Low. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Brown, and he comes up with the deuce. Brown's got his second bucket of the game to go. Low. James covering. Looking to get it going, and that one is hammered home.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And so after 3 quarters of play and some... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Calathes in at the point.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint. Nice job hitting them right in stride. Excellent play.
Papagiannis has gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Driving inside. The shot's good.
Well, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Here's James. Herrera grabs the board. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Takes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Here's James. Here's Calathes. A 3-pointer is right on target. Calathes has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul, first team.
And he makes the first. And he makes both free throws.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Monaco on the jam by Monaco. And guys, here in the 4th quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
He's guarded by Diallo. That's a miss, and with it, he is 5 for 9. Out to the right wing. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Fires at the elbow. No good on that one.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Here's Herrera. Here's Watera. 6 on the shot clock. And that one's good by Herrera.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Now here's Diallo. He's tightly guarded. Couldn't get it to drop. He's now made 5 of 8 shots. And he drives in, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Here's Herrera. The shot from the low post is good.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
From past the arc. Diallo, no good.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Stolen away. From downtown, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Here's Watera. He's guarded by Diallo. And there it is for him.
They maintained focus all night and along the way put on quite a show.
And, you know, everybody in the building knows this is a wrap, a done deal. Put this one in the W column.
Not going to go that time. He's guarded by Diallo. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under.
Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
Hey, take it right to the defense. Not a bad way to start this game.
James deciding where to go with it. Off target with the three. Pass to Mirotic. Off target from three-point range. Korkmaz passes to James. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he banks in the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Pass to Mirotic. He buries it from 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And James launches it from deep. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. James with a steal. Here we go. Here's Korkmaz. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Pass to Mirotic. No one near him. And the jumper is good. He's got 5.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Korkmaz, good.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Pass to Brown. Here's James on the wing. The 3. And it's Mirotic with the rebound. Defended by Brown. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Take it away. Jumps up. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
You gotta credit the defense this period. They've been all over him.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Pass to Mirotic for 3. And it doesn't fall for him. Made 2, missed 2 now. James outside. No good on the 3.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Here's Balmaro, defended by Brown. Pass to Mirotic, shoots over Brown. Offline from the top of the key. 1:04 left to play in the first quarter. And he starts out with a miss in this one. Over to the wing. No good with a jumper from the wing. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Korkmaz, no good. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Pass to Mirotic. And stolen by Brown. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the shot goes in.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
16 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Mirotic. Let's go with a 3. No good on the shot. James, right side. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Up by 1. And the second quarter is on its way. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot. Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
A Kobo, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Brooks with it. Driving inside. Lets it go from deep. Drops in the 3. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, well, passing it inside out is always a good idea. You can usually get your teammate a clean look.
The 3, Diallo. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
To the paint. Here's a Kobo, and the layup is good.
Kobo. Assistant, number 32.
Now Brooks. He's scoreless. And here in the second with about 1.5 minutes gone by. Takes a three. The rebound by Corneli. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Brooks against Diallo. And that one's good for Brooks. Here's Akobo. Beyond the arc. The shot won't fall. Covered by Diallo. Pass to McCormick. Just 5 to shoot. On the wing, Brooks. From deep. The rebound by Corneli. Brooks has gone 1 for 3 from the field here. The three is up. They get the rebound. Akobo from deep. Diallo gets the bucket. Diallo's got 6 here in the quarter.
That assertive mentality, I mean, just rising up from deep and draining it.
Three-pointer, Brooks. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes.
Covered by Diallo.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. And can't connect on that one. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Pass to McCormick. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Count it. Good.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Here's Akobo. Off target from outside. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
They're really working the paint now.
55 seconds left in the second period. They need this. McCormick with a rebound.
They need everyone clicking here. Unfortunately, this game has gone the other direction.
Fires the three. On target from range. 5 points in the game.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks. And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
To the left side wing. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Into the lane. Basket counts.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Diallo on the wing. He has 6. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Back to Brooks. Launches it. Unable to get that one. And so we wrap up the first half. Up 11. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
20. Offensively, they can post you, drive it, run cutters. They're living large in that painted area.
And time for a look here at... Thanks, as always, for...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Pass to Mirotic. Five to shoot. Leans from outside. That one doesn't drop.
Well, look, Adding unnecessary difficulty to a shot is something that drives coaches crazy. Stick to the basics whenever you can.
He drops it from range. He's got 5.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Brown. And it's Mirotic with the rebound.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Launches a 3, gets the 3 ball to go.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Tipped. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Well, a risky pass there, and if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
Now, here is James. Defense is right there. The 3 drains the triple. James has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Pass to Mirotic. Puts up a 3. Nice D from Brown.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
The 3, James drills it from deep. James has got 6 here in the quarter.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Here's Mirotic. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Home team foul. Number 32. First personal foul. First team foul.
The home team on D. 17 points was their biggest margin.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Driving in.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line.
And he knocks down the first one.
Number 1. Taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
The ball's knocked loose. 1:49 left in the third quarter. A quick shot there. It's off target. They set the pick. Pass to Balmaro. 6 to shoot. Here's Mirotic. Out to the wing. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. And time for the power rankings. Latter half of February. Fascinating to see where teams stack up during this part of the season. They've stalled a little bit, looking to get something started and make a move up the ladder.
When I look at this visiting team, they've tried a couple times to make a push up the rankings with no success. But I think they can be proud of where they landed.
James passes to Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Off the mark there with a 3. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit. And good whistle there.
First trip to the line for him here. And the first one at the line is good.
Away team, Thorkan Korkmaz. 2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Mirotic.
The ball goes to the away team.
James, outside. From outside the arc. It's not going to go for him. Over to the left wing. To the left wing. Pass to Mirotic. Three-pointer. No luck on that one. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. They lead by 12. All right, we're going to step. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
He takes it in, and the layup is good off the glass.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Fires the three, knocks down the triple.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway, but that one was too easy.
A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Here's Kalathis, and James puts up a deep three. The quick look, no good that time. Gets the three to fall.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
To stop the run, they grab their own miss. Here's Brown. And it's Mirotic with the rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Fires for three. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Looking to get it going. James. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
And the three off target.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
And the shot goes down.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
And a nice finish on the layup.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Here's Korkmaz. Good.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Korkmaz has gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. They set the screen. Pass to Mirotic. There's the three. Give him that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Brown's gone just 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And there's the rejection. Here's Kalathis. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of height. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Brooks outside from the arc. Hits the trifecta.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Shot on the wing. Jacobo. Great positioning on the putback. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth. And he banks in the layup.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Here's McCormick. Brooks outside. Count that one.
Now, that was a clever adjustment. I mean, that was a tough shot.
Well, you've got to be creative when you're up against a bigger defender.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. 24 seconds left to play in the fourth. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
The rebound by Corneli. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort.
Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to Mirotic. And a miss there on the triple. Low, covered by Mirotic. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
With the drive from deep. Rebounded by Ward. Now here's Hayes. Tight defense on him. Pass to Ward. Clock at 6. From 17 feet out, and no good.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
The 3, drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Hayes, drives to the hoop.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 5. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And that one is stuffed right through.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Ward. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Out to the wing. A 3 for Mirotic. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Covered by Hayes. Ball stolen. Fast break. Here we go. And stolen by Mirotic. Here's Paul Morrow. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. A minute 20 left in the first quarter. Shields. And that'll be 2 free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is
taking 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA rules.
the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
That free throw, no good. And he can't hit the second.
Uncharacteristic trip to the line for him. Just lost his feel on those shots.
1:05 left to play in the first quarter. Offline with his three.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Near the three-point line, it's Mirotic. And he hits the jumper for two. Mirotic has got 5 now. Here's Ward, covered by Mirotic. Takes a three. Pass to Hayes. A second chance effort. Mirotic grabs the miss.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Second team foul.
At the line.
29 seconds left to play here in the first. Drop drops in the layup for 2. 10 points for him.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Low cranes the three-pointer.
3.
Shoots the 3. That shot misses. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Up by 2. And the second quarter will get on. And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Here's Gozer. Pass to McCormick. Four on the clock. The three-pointer, no good. Here's Watsura. Down low. Uses the glass to finish the layup. It's all knotted up.
Way to create just enough separation to get that shot to go.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Here's Gozer. Launches it. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Fires the 3. Pass to Herrera. Takes the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Watsura's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Brooks, the best to McCormick. Back to Brooks. On Thursday, then on Sunday.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Brooks covering. Pass to Herrera. No good with the triple. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
That is a really pretty finish. Just gently dropped in the finger roll.
Driving to the basket. Count it. Brooks with it. And that one is good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
They set the pick. Banked in off the glass. He has 6.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
1:53 left in the first half of basketball. Can't hit from in close. See the pass to Herrera. Misses the 3. Herrera's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. A minute 20 left in the first half of the game. The 3. Watsura with the rebound. Inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
It's tipped. And here's the break. Lays it in off the breakaway.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Brooks right side. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the half.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Pass to Herrera. To the middle. Shot clock at 6. Brooks covering. The layup off target. Here's McCormick. He has yet to score, and it's in there.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And that does it for the first half of play. Up 6. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And welcome to
a lot of high flyers on this list. I've seen what they can do in game. Curious to see what they can do on the big stage when the lights are.
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the visiting team.
Getting points from that.
And that's a halftime.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. To the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot, no good. Poke loose. Here's Ward. Here's the screen. Six to shoot. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. To the inside. Off target at the rim.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Puts up a 3. Buries it from three-point range. Ward's got 5 points so far.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Miritich the screen. For the 3. Sinks the triple. He's got 8.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Ward, covered by Miritich. Rocket 6. Low. That shot off.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
It's rebounded by Hayes.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Oh, he launched that one from way outside.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
There's the drive. Shields. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Pass to Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. It's rebounded by Hayes. Guys, a chance to add to their lead.
If they get into double digits, that would make it a huge hill to climb.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin. The NBA has split its draft into 2 days. League's executive VP and head of operations Joe Dumars says rosters have expanded and they're seeing a larger influx of talent, a lot of times from the second round. This format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Yeah, good stuff, DA. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure. Puts up a deep three. Mirotic grabs the miss.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
32 seconds left here in the third quarter. Shields. That three off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Or the pass to Hayes. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. To the left side wing. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 5. Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. That one doesn't go. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Leading by... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
At the line for 2.
First one falls for. Both good from the line that time. To the paint. Pass to Herrera. No good from outside.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
From deep, Brooks gets the three-pointer to fall.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
From 13, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Brooks covering. That one doesn't drop. To the wing on the left. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Inside, intercepted. all by himself. Here's Watara. McCormick with the rebound.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Down low. Here's Brooks. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Pass to Herrera. 6 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last. Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Brooks has gone 6 of 7 so far. Boy, he's making it look easy here. And with the drive, makes it off the glass.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. Now, Coach was still pretty positive. He told his guys a handful of shots completely changes this game. Just a few good minutes, and we're right there. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David.
Taking 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Clutch. Those free throws turn this into a one-possession ball game.
Over to the left wing.
Home team foul. Number 16. First personal foul. First team foul.
So it's the visitors now. Basket good.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And it ends up out of bounds.
Away team ball.
.135 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Herrera. Stolen by Brooks. To the middle. Here's McCormick. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Away team foul. 0. First personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for Brooks. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Brooks covering. Just 5 on the clock. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Here's Watara. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Goes up on the high post. McCormick with the rebound.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile.
to the NBA on 2K Sports, an April Fool's Day edition. Glad to have you with us. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. 20 feet out. No good off the glass. And they're on the run. And it's off from three-point range. And James launches it from deep. Three-pointer off the mark. They're running. Here's Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. They set a pick to Lathis. That three's off the mark. All by himself. The finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Takes the three, and stolen by Hayes. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Ward. Hits a three-pointer.
You know, a pretty easy solution to stopping this run would be to get back on defense. It's pretty simple.
Korkmaz on the wing. Fast break. Here we go.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Here's James. Brown controls the rebound and the putback.
Well, it took them 5 tries, but they showed they could make a basket, I guess.
And finished off by Hayes.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
Here's Kalathis. 4-3. It's Hayes with the rebound. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Ward's got 8 points.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
James with the ball. Hayes picks him up, and that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
And I just love the energy they've showed on the defensive side of the ball, especially inside where they're putting up some major resistance.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Ward. Check by James. It's stolen. In transition. Brown, that's good.
Hustle plays like that are crucial right now. You have to convert on every turnover you get.
The shot by Ward, no good.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
No one covering.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
James has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. From deep three-point land. Called in by Brown. Brown's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Kalathis. Pure from three-point range.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
And he throws it down with one hand.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And there's James from the arc. It's Hayes with the rebound.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Check by James. Three-pointer off the mark.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Brown. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score. And he's going for the lob. And the pass goes out of bounds. They'll turn it over.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. James outside. Just 3 on the clock. He can't get it to go. And so the first quarter is in the books. Up by 8. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
They get it again. Pass to Diallo. Ooh, tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. He gets an open look. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Here's Herrera. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the tray. Herrera's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss. Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Deflects the pass. Out to the right wing. Lets the 3 fly, and the 3-pointer goes. Herrera's got 6.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Here's a Kobo, and he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And at this point, they're loving this big lead.
Absolutely. And they haven't really faced a lot of resistance.
Pulls it from the top of the key, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Here's Montejunas. Good on the shot.
That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
Oh, yes, the turnaround.
In today's NBA, you have to stretch the floor if you want to win. They have loads of confidence from three-point land right now.
Sinks it from distance.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
There's the drop. Oh, yes.
Whoa.
Throw it down.
Oh. And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Nice open look, but it's no good. Diallo outside. Fires from deep. Nails it from 3. He's got 6.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Pass to Herrera. To the wing, right side. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Diallo. The shot. Kobo gets the bucket. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Herrera. 6 points for him. And there's a pick. Clock at 4. He buries it from 3.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
Kobo, no good. Here's Herrera. 1:03 left to play in the first half of basketball. The rebound by Corneli. Inside, here's Matajunas. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Punching it inside, attacking the heart of that defense. I love it.
He takes it in. Off with the layup. Pass to Akobo. Lays it up and banks it in.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
30 seconds left in the first half of basketball. This one for 3. This is another. He's 0 for 4.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break of mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
To the right side. From behind the arc. And that's not going to go. And that'll do it for the first half of play. They're up by 6. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were. And now it's time to... Appreciate you joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Offline with a 3. Here's Herrera. 3-pointer, no good. Herrera's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. The 3, James. Not going to go that time. James has gone 1 for 4 from distance. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Give him 8.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
From down in the low post, it goes. James has got 5 now.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of 3-pointers.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Herrera. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams."
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie.
At the line for your home team. Substitution on the court.
Here's Kalathis. No points yet. There's the triple. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got his 4th rebound in this one. The 3 is up. Connects from downtown.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit 3s to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break. He's just basically a body out there right now, nothing else. The team is struggling, and he hasn't been able to help them out at all.
James can't get it to go.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Yep, that one goes. He's got 5. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. 3-pointer. And And Ward pulls it down. Ward's got 5 rebounds tonight. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Yes, on the jumper. There's a minute 59 left in the third. And this is where they struggled.
Yeah, the half court has not been kind to them. Let's see what they run.
Here's Calathis. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Knocks down the long J.
Ooh, you can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
1:27 left in the third quarter. Puts up a deep 3. Second chance effort. He's off on that one.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
No good on that one.
Shooting for the away team. Number 1, 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. So it's the home team now. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell. And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
The 3 ball. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 9.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now, here is James. He's covered closely from deep three-point range. Unable to get that one.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke. And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
And they're running. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Richard, over the past few decades, we've seen bench reactions get bigger in the NBA. How much fun is that?
It's so much fun, but I think it also coincides with the league getting younger and younger and younger. So you have these young kids in there that are just there to have some fun and compete.
Knocks it down from distance.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
From downtown, fires in the triple.
You can see the change in approach from him since the break. He's been a menace after being held scoreless in the first half.
Here's Calathis, and he lays it up and in.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender. Poor guy.
Puts up a deep 3. Hauled in by Brown. Here's the 3. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. From deep. Give him that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Poke loose. And here's the fast break. Here's Ward. Here's Mata-Yunus. Launches a three. That shot, no good. Here's Ward. Fires the three. The rebound by Diallo. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Fires it. That won't go. He's 5 for 12 now.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Here's Herrera. Misses the three.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
For three, Diallo. It's rebounded by Herrera. Diallo's gotten 3 of his 8 shots to go. There's the three. Herrera, no good. Herrera's gone just 2 of 8 from beyond the arc. Here's a Kobo. Shot from the low post is good.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
And there's the turnover. Pass goes out of bounds.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
Launches it from deep. It's Corley missing. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. Counted from distance.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Here's a Kobo. The three. Buries it from 3. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Herrera. Lets a 3 fly. Counted from distance.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
For 3, Diallo. It's rebounded by Herrera.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Shot clock at 6. Fires away from way outside. Offline. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A statement road victory. So impressive.
For tuning in this Sunday evening. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Mirotic, the screen. Here he goes. And yes, it's good.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Here's Kalathis. This one for three. Mirotic grabs the miss. And they're on the break. Ball going up court. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now, here is Mirotic. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Coach said he knows the obstacles of playing against Paul George. He told me, you know he's going to have his fingerprints all over this game on offense and defense. Our goal will be to minimize how often we let him disrupt our game plan. We'll see how long they can keep George out of the picture. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's Kalathis. Oh, good on the three.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Palmaro, that's good.
Assist goes to number 32.
And stolen by Mirotic. Pass to Palmaro. And stolen by James. Pushing it up. Stop the run. That one misses. Here's Palmaro. Hit the floater. And that's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Into the lane. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Mirotic gets the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Kalathis. Three-pointer. That shot off the mark.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
From deep, James. Mirotic grabs the miss. 1:43 left here in the first quarter. Here's Palmaro. Banked in off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now here's James. Defense is right there, trying to end the drought, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Shields. Can't connect from short range. There's the steal. And here is Mirotic. Shields. He's covered by Brown. 6 to shoot. Here's Palmaro. Rebounded by Papagiannis. And here's the break. James, no good.
A bit shocking that he has not registered one made field goal in the quarter, guys.
Connects from three-point range.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Great open look there.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And it ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Kalathis. No good on the quick three. And they're running. Shields. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Up by 15. And we'll be back shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Here's Cozier. Manianis passes to Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Pass to McCormick. And the layup's good off the glass.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Well, Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Gozier. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. No one near him. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Hard to leave any player that wide open from that distance.
Okobo. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Personal foul, first team foul.
On Wednesday, then on Monday. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The first one falls. Brent, of all the things I can ask you, I've thought about this one. What would you say is the most important thing a team has to do to be an NBA champion?
Kevin, it's pretty simple. Accept your role. And when that happens, stars will be stars, and role players will be there to support the stars in any way they possibly can. But to accept your role and to sacrifice for the good of the team, it's going to give you a chance to hold that trophy.
From deep three-point land, they get it back. Diallo the pass to Montejunas. Good on the shot.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
Here's Gozier. He's guarded by Diallo. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Okobo. And the lead is down inside single digits. Okobo's got 4 this quarter.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees. So the experiment was a success.
A huge success, DA. Thank you. Here's Brooks, and there's the drive.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. They set the screen. And it's Okobo missing. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. A floater. The rebound by Okobo. He's got a clear path. Here's Corniche. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
He made a great decision there to push the basketball up. Excellent teamwork.
Brooks outside. Here's Gozier. Pass to McCormick. 5 to shoot. From 11 feet away. It's hauled in by Diallo. Out left to the wing. Brooks covering. From outside, off the mark.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's McCormick. Off with the layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Count that bucket. Okobo's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Brooks against Diallo. And he drives in, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
From deep three-point land, it's not going to go for him. Here's Quizier. Off target from outside. And we finish one half of basketball. leading by 9. And we'll be back right after this.
28.
Well, they're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
Probably the difference in the game. Taking a peek now at the up. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Brown out there with Korkmaz. Then it's James. And it's Kalathis in at the point guard position. The high post shot. No good that time.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Out to the right wing. Tries yet again. And it's good on the layup. 6 points for him.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
We've got Brown. James is out there with Korkmaz. And it's Kalathis in at the point guard.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Lets it go from deep. Sinks the three-pointer.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Takes it inside. Pass to Balmoro. Mirotic has a wide open look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. James kicks to Papagiannis. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter.
A total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely, and it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Yeah, the defender all over.
First team foul. At the line for your home team.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And so he hits both. Shields uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
From deep, James hits the three-point bomb. James has got his first 3 points of the game.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Outside for Mirotic. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Mirotic has got 6 points. James fires from way outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Right wing. He's covered by Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 13-footer. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
He takes it in. Outside Mirotic. Offline with his 3. Setting up the half-court offense now.
They've got to find a way, not enough ball movement or body movement when they get in the half court.
Beyond the arc. Fires for 3. And another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. He's got 10.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul, second
Nice
team
work to
foul.
get it inside and draw the contact.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 55 seconds left in the third. Balmaro, the pass to Mirotic.
Whole team foul. Brown. First personal foul. First team foul.
.40 seconds left to play here in the third. And he dumps it down.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that. Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Here's Calathis. He has 5. Off target from three-point range. Puts up a deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Mirotic has got 11 points.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Leading by 14. And 1/4 to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Brooks. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Pass to McCormick. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
From outside the arc. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Here's Quizair. His three-pointers off the mark. Driving in. Eunice's shot is good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's McCormick, powered down with both hands.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Puts up a deep 3. And it's Akobo missing. Akobo's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. The three-pointer no good. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Brooks. And he gets it to go. Brooks has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Back to Motiejunas. Pass to Corniche. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Brooks grabs the board. Brooks has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's McCormick. No good on the triple. Here's Motiejunas. On the jam by Motiejunas.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Now that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Here's Diallo. And a miss there on the triple. Diallo's gone 2 for 7, struggling a bit.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Quizair. It's hauled in by Diallo. Taken away. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Here's a Kobo. And it's good, 2 points.
How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break.
Jacks up a 3. That shot is off. Brooks covering. Nice D from Brooks. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Bucket is good. Eunice has gone 80% from the field, 4 of 5 shooting. Here's Quizair, and it's off from 3-point range. It's tipped, stolen by Brooks. For 3, drills the three-pointer.
They maintained focus all night and along the way put on quite a show.
Yeah, the cool thing is that they look like they're having a blast out there. Everyone on the same page, contributions across the board.
Here's Quizair. He's guarded by Diallo. Here's Brooks. Pass to McCormick. Another shot. And he lays it up and in.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Now here's Diallo.
I got you, man. Hey, don't let him go left.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.